everyone. Before we get into today's audio, I wanted to remind everyone to like and subscribe. It pushes me in the algorithm so more people will see my videos. Also, please consider following and watching my Twitch. I stream almost every day, and to have your support would mean the world. I also have a second channel where I upload different roleplay ASMR, so please consider checking that out as well. Enjoy the audio! Hey, hon. It's so nice to hear your voice after such a long day. Yeah, my day was okay, I think. It was a bit difficult in some areas, but it kind of is what it is, you know? How was your day? That's good. I know that you've been struggling with some stuff at work, so to know it was at least decent gives me some comfort. What did you have for dinner? Wait, let me guess. Spaghetti and meatballs, your favorite. I knew it! See, I pay attention. How do I always know? Well, sometimes it's a hunch, and sometimes you drop little context clues throughout the day with conversations, like I'm going to the store to pick up some things, and I know that you never just have spaghetti sauce around the house. Frankly, you never just have spaghetti noodles around the house either. The only thing that you keep well stocked is meatballs, or I guess beef you can form into meatballs. Well, I know that because you go to the store and whenever meat goes on sale, you buy every single piece of meat you can get. I swear, you'd never be able to be a vegetarian. No, it's not a bad thing. It's just a you thing. I wouldn't get in the way of that anyway. I'm not a vegetarian. I love ham too much. I don't have ham very often, but whenever I do, it's probably one of the best days I'll have in a year. So did you make the meatballs yourself, or did you just like go to the freezer section and get those? I don't know. I mean, you were pretty fast at texting me during dinner time, so I assume you were only really just watching over a pot and maybe an oven. That's why I thought maybe you went to the freezer section and got those meatballs. So I was right. Oh, your brother dropped off IKEA meatballs? You know, I've never had those before. I've always heard mixed reviews about them. Some say they're really good, and some say they're shockingly mid. What's your review on them? Mm, well, I mean, if you like them, I should give them a try. Considering I'm hoping someday that you and I will, you know, be able to live together. Hmm? What am I typing? Oh, it's just a writing exercise. You know, my writing professor has been kind of a pain this year, and I'm trying to get ahead of the curve. one of the other students told me that last year they assigned a journal writing exercise of sorts, where you had to journal about things about your life that are hard and try to brainstorm ideas on how to fix those things. Some of the things I'm writing about is just kind of, it'll take time. Like, you know, you and I moving in together, that'll take time. You're, what, 4 states away from me? Yeah, it'll just take time. Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as it could be, I suppose. I'm more of a writing person than a math person. There's a reason I only took math in that one semester and nothing else. It was so I could actually understand what I was doing. And I mean, hey, I got a B. It's not an A, but a B is better than nothing. Oh, give me a moment. Sorry. The document's being a little finicky at the moment. Hmm? Oh, no. I think it should save. If it doesn't, then, well, I have an idea. Give me a moment. Well, sometimes when Docs is acting up like this, I usually copy and paste what I have. Granted, it's not a ton. Well, it's a lot in the paragraphs, but it's not like a lot of words or characters or anything. And I put it into a Discord server where only I am. So then I can just save it for later and just copy and paste and reformat it in Docs later when it's not being a pain in my ass. You know what? I think I'm just gonna do that. Give me a moment. Right click, copy, go in here, and Control V, and enter. I'll finish it in a bit when Docs isn't being dumb. Hmm? You okay, baby? Huh? What do you mean I sent it to your messages? I sent it to the server. What are you talking about? No. No, 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 no. Wait, no. Ah. Um, um, just to make sure you don't have the plugin that lets you see deleted Discord messages, right? Of course you do. Um, well, oh God. Yeah, like I said earlier, don't take anything here with too much sincerity. It's just a stupid thing for school. It was a writing exercise I was trying to prepare for the future. It doesn't mean or you know showcase anything that I'm really feeling or going through or any of that jazz. It's just something for school. Yeah, well, I mean, you're my biggest inspiration for writing things. So, of course, I'm gonna sit and talk about you in my writings. Yes, even the ones for school. I don't always know the best thing to write is, and writing about you is always the safest option. I promise, none of it's really that deep or serious. It was just a thing I was trying out. It was, some might consider it creative writing. It's a journal, but it's not actually a real journal. It's just a thing that you should write so you understand how journal formatting works, or something like that. Okay. Yeah, you're not gonna believe me. Just at least don't hang up and let me explain myself a little bit. I don't want you to go. I didn't mean for this to happen. This wasn't something you were supposed to see. I love you. I love you a lot. And I wouldn't try to go out of my way to be mean about you. As you can see in most of my writings, it's more about other people doing things to you that upsets me. And maybe a little bit of how you react to that. And maybe how you react to whenever I bring things up to you. Like when your coworker was messaging you during our anniversary date. Well, it may not have been in person, but she still should not have been messaging you. Frankly, who the fuck do she think she is? She knows you're dating somebody. And I didn't like that you were humoring her. Good thing she was no longer our prob within the next couple of weeks. She got fired and moved away. Something about someone threatening her. Or like when your sister tried to invite her friends over to your place for a party because her home just wasn't big enough for what she wanted to do. And you let her do that, and a bunch of her friends hit on you. And then your sister and all of her friends cut contact with you. Something about the party being the worst thing that they've ever attended, and something about trauma. I don't really recall the whole thing you told me. But that thing's they're no longer in the picture. I was just simply bothered by the way that, you know, she was treating you and how her friends were treating you. Sometimes it feels like you forget that you're dating somebody, at least with how you engage with other people. It's why I like your brother. Your brother understands that you're mine, doesn't try to overstep his bounds. Haven't had to threaten him yet. I mean, okay. Maybe I was the reason your coworker and your sister and everyone ever who has ever flirted with you or attempted to get in the way of us doing things together. I might be the reason that they stopped talking to you. You say it's been happening your entire life? Well, I mean, yeah, we only really started dating 6 months ago. You noticed me and my existence 8 months ago, but I've known you a lot longer than that. Sorry for the big bombshell, but I've known you since you were like 8 or 9. Yeah, I vividly remember the day I met you. We were both on the same Club Penguin server, and I remember you were doing the thing where you roleplayed as a parent penguin trying to adopt a baby penguin. It was a thing that a lot of kids did at the time. It was a good segue to like pretend to play house or family or something with other players. And you, despite having a membership, always picked the baby penguins that didn't. And that told me a lot about who you were. So I I followed you around on Club Penguin for a bit. I learned more about you based off of your interactions. And, you know, eventually you never came back. Something about growing up. And I understood that. We all grow up sometimes. And so when you stopped coming online, I may or may not have gained access to your Club Penguin account and seen the email that you were using. It was your mom's email. It's how she was able to pay for your membership. Well, regardless, I was able to find you through your mom's email because her email was linked to her Facebook, and then her Facebook was linked to you. While you didn't have a Facebook, I then knew your name and I was able to do some further research. you had a blog where you would write about everything going on with your life. And very few people that you knew ever came on to read what you wrote. But you always had a couple consistent people who would come in and read what you wrote, and I was one of them. I had my computer notify me whenever you posted anything, so I could read what was going on in your life. You had quite a way with words. You were always very open on your blog about all of your struggles with other people, especially people you were dating. And whenever they did something that would deeply upset you, or I felt the urge to remove them, I would start slow by signing their accounts up for a bunch of spam. And then I started sending threatening emails, and eventually they stopped coming around. It was around that time you really began to isolate because you thought it was your fault, and I mean, it wasn't. It never was. But you were very open about everything you felt, so I knew what you were feeling at almost any given time. And I wanted to help you. I'm just not the best at being helpful, I suppose. I love you. I always have. But, yeah. Now you know. Your girlfriend has been stalking you for almost a decade now. No, it's been more than a decade, actually. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. I wanted you to never find out how I knew you. And then I had to be stupid and send it to the wrong place. I was never going to turn this in to anything. I was truthful about that. I truly was just practicing how to journal. I was trying to replicate your style, in fact. I don't know if you could tell, but you really inspired how I wanted to journal, at least with this. I've never really been a fan of writing in my free time. Well, unless they were emails threatening those who made mistakes with you. But that's different. It's not like journaling or creative writing or anything like that. I did read a lot of fan fiction growing up. Like a lot. Because it was free and often really poorly written, so I could get a good laugh out of it. Your writing was always really good. I'm not even bullshitting you. I genuinely enjoyed it. And when you started, you know, talking to me about your issues, it became very apparent to me that that is just how you speak. How you write is how you speak. It's like the words that I once read on a page was being read to me via an audiobook. Or I'm getting a new installment, but it's written by the same author and it's not really on a piece of paper or on a website. It's just being spoken to me. It's like a personal YouTube video. Or something like that. Your silence is a little scary. Do you want to ask me anything? I do want to preface that I genuinely do love you. It's never going to change. I'm planning on moving to a different state to be with you. Me being frustrated by people in your life and maybe how you handle things isn't gonna change that I love you. I really do. Might be upsetting, yeah, but it's not gonna change the fact that I want to marry you someday. Anyway, I suppose that's perhaps all you wanna hear from this entire thing. It feels rather messy. mm, you want me to make you a promise? Yeah. Sure, what is it? You you want me to keep reading everything you post? I hope you know that even if you were mad at me and we broke up, I'd still be reading absolutely everything you wrote. That's not changing. You're my one true love. And even if you are mad at me and don't love me and all of those things, I will make you mine eventually someday. That might sound a little crazy, but you know, it's how I feel, though. It's why I went to the lengths that I did for you. I love you. I always will. I've loved you since I was like the scared 8-year-old. I didn't join Club Penguin to meet the love of my life, but I did. And I'm happy I did. When you noticed me, I can't describe how happy I was. It was like being noticed by a celebrity. Except this is a celebrity I knew on a very personal level because of all the writing you've done. And you aren't actually a celebrity, you're kind of just a normal person, but you're my normal person, and I love you, and I'm rambling again, I'm sorry. I love you. I really do. Thank you for not freaking out at me. Um, do have a question, though. Can I keep threatening everyone who bothers you? Please? I know it's crazy, but I'm really smart about it. I've not gotten caught. I can keep being smart about it. And that way you don't have to fight your own battles all the time. Pretty please? Yay! Did you want to sleep and call again? I would really like that if we did. Yeah? Okay. I love you. I hope you sleep well, my love.